Hi, and welcome to episode 7 of my video series on getting to financially independent status. I'm using this to be able to track my progress in being financially independent. Now, I would also say I'm not necessarily interested in retiring early because there's a lot of things I do want to accomplish, but I do want to be in a situation where I don't have to worry about what kind of income I bring in. As a little background, I'm a 40-year-old who lives in Phoenix, or actually Chandler, Arizona. And for the summer, I've we've decided actually to move to North Carolina, or not necessarily move, but to stay in North Carolina to get out of Phoenix. And I grew up in North Carolina, so this actually has been a really cool experience for myself, and being able to come back and look at how things have definitely changed. Another cool thing that has recently happened is that Thailand has opened up tourism, so we're going to be able to go back to Phuket. We went to Phuket, it was probably October of 2019. And so I'm going to be meeting up with a friend who works for Intel. He's going to be working in Asia all this summer. He's visiting multiple Asian countries for work for Intel suppliers, and one big company he's visiting, which I'm very interested in, is Taiwan Semi. Here's another some pictures. When you go to Phuket, you fly in through most likely through Singapore, and there's kind of some pictures of the airport and buildings and such. So let's jump into the mid-year numbers. Now here I am in the Mint website. It's where what I use to track my stock investments and rental properties. So after logging in, I see that my stock investments are right under 1,700,000, so 1,692,122. And one big jump this first half of the year has been my rental property values. The two rental properties are up to right under 900,000. So what looks like a total of all my investments is right over 2.5 million. So I'm putting in the numbers. At the beginning of the year, I see I had $1,378,531. And as we just looked, as of July 1st, I have $1,692,122 in stock market investments. So that's an increase of $313,590. Contributions, approximately about 45,000. Looking to probably be about 70,000 this year, give or take a little bit. Kind of depends on how some things work out. And so currently the mid-year update, that with gains and appreciation, $268,590, about 20%. Now these numbers are absolutely just ridiculous, and of course they're not sustainable. What I did also look at and wanted to just mention a couple of winners and a couple of losers this year. Now, one of the things I did do is I am heavily invested in technology, and I think that there were some incredible values, probably in March, and specifically in the semiconductor area. I put a good amount of capital to work with Lam Research and Applied Materials, and also AMD. It was way undervalued as well, and they've done extremely well. Now, one of the ones that actually hasn't done well, and I do have a decent amount in, is Intel. I think uh, I'm still unsure exactly its forward progress or how it will work out, but I've held Intel for so long, I'm not going to necessarily change or modify my allocation there. The next piece of my investment portfolio are two rental properties, and I was actually shocked to see what kind of appreciation they had during the first part of this year. And let me give you a little bit of background of why they've appreciated so much. I know that there's a housing shortage everywhere, but there is something different in Chandler, Arizona that occurred. Chandler, Arizona, to give you a bit of background, there is an Intel fab, which is a fabrication facility that employs an immense amount of workers. Well, we're also landlocked to a point on how they can build houses. Now, the other thing that Intel just did about 3 to 4 months ago is they announced, besides the one fab, and these again are enormous manufacturing facilities, they're going to have build two more of these fabs by 2024, and they probably will take till 2024. Now, another piece of this that people might not understand is that uh, the manufacturing in a fab is so technical that there are highly skilled and trained people. These aren't just like people, maybe no offense to people working in the auto industry or in other manufacturing. These are highly skilled, high paid jobs. So there is a demand for housing in this area. And so as you can see, the first half of the year, these houses appreciated relatively significantly. So the first property, as you can see, the actual appreciation was about 71,000, 17%. The income or rental income is about 10,000, and the capital appreciation plus the income is 81%. I listed the rental income in red for actually both of these. Now, it was a kind of an interesting thing. One of my tenants reached out to me and said, if I pay about 350 to 325 more a month, which is about 25% more than they're currently paying, will you ensure that one, you don't sell the house within 2 years, and two, that we don't increase uh, monthly rent? So I said, yeah, sure, that sounds fine to me. So the demand in this area is just off the charts for rentals, but also, or I'm sorry, it's off the charts for just being able to buy a house, but also to have rentals I have not seen anything like it. And ironically, the property too came in and appreciated or profited at about the same at 81,000, which is about 23%. So to sum everything up, for the mid-year update, the stock market investments are up around 313,000. Both properties up around 81,000 each. So that comes the total of unrealized gains. Actually, some of them are realized because their rental income and dividends would be realized. Is $476,290, which is rather shocking. I would not anticipate that for the second half of the year. But thanks for watching my video, and best of luck with your investments.